Imagine this. You're stuck in a cramped apartment, scrolling through Instagram, watching influencers flex private jets and designer bags. Your bank account, barely enough for rent and a coffee. But what if the secret to wealth isn't having millions? It's thinking like you could. Welcome to Harmonic Roots, where we fuse timeless wisdom with today's insights. Today, we're cracking open the wealth mindset, how to think like a millionaire, no matter where life's got you right now. From your first hustle to your later years, this is for anyone ready to flip their financial story. Let's dive in. So, what's a wealth mindset? It's not about flashing cash or striking it rich overnight. It's a way of seeing the world, a lens that turns not enough into what's possible. Check this out. Over 80% of millionaires in the US built their wealth from the ground up, not from family handouts. Globally, it's the same vibe. Think a farmer in rural India or a retiree in Copenhagen starting small. They didn't have millions to begin with. What they did have was a mindset. They saw money as something to grow, not something to lament. And here's the good news. You don't need a fat paycheck to think this way. Whether you're juggling bills or planning a legacy, it starts with how you see what's in front of you. That's where this journey begins, right where you stand. A wealth mindset isn't reserved for the elite or the lucky. It's a tool for anyone willing to pick it up. We're going to unpack this in 3 practical steps: ditching the scarcity trap, stacking small wins, and spotting opportunities all around you. Through stories of what's possible and ideas you can try today, this is about building wealth that fits your life. Whether you're just starting out in the thick of it or looking back to redefine it. Let's break it down step by step and see how this mindset can work for you. Step 1, ditch the scarcity trap. You've felt it, that sinking moment when your bank balance feels like a bad joke. Maybe it's rent swallowing your paycheck, or life throwing curveballs like a busted car or a kid's school fees. It's a struggle that hits everywhere. In places like New York or Manila, costs can choke you, no matter how old you are or what you do. I've been there myself, staring at a handful of dollars, wondering how to make it last. But here's where the wealth mindset kicks in. Millionaires don't wallow in that. They don't see money as a dead-end street. They see it as a challenge to outsmart. Let's picture it in action. Say you're just out of school in London, with £50 left after rent, or maybe you're 45 in a quiet town with $100 to spare after the basics. Scarcity screams, that's nothing. Blow it and move on. A wealth mindset whispers, how can I make this grow? Take that £50, split it. £20 to a savings app, £20 to learn something new online, £10 to grab coffee with someone who's been there. Or that $100, $40 to a low-risk investment, $40 to kickstart a side gig, $20 for a safety net. It's not the size of the cash, it's the size of the shift. Stop asking, why don't I have more? And start asking, how can I have more? That's the spark. Here's a story to bring it home. Imagine Elena, a 38-year-old single mom in Santiago. She's stretched thin, low pay, kids to feed, no cushion. Scarcity's got her in a chokehold. But then she asks, what can I do with what I've got? She starts selling homemade empanadas, recipes from her abuela, making 10,000 pesos, about $10 extra a month. 2 years down the line, it's 50,000 pesos, enough to dream of a food cart. This isn't about one real person. It's a glimpse of what's possible when you ditch scarcity. It's a mindset anyone can grab at any point in life. Step 2, stack small wins. Wealth isn't a sudden windfall. It's a slow climb. And the good news is anyone can start climbing. Picture this. You've got $5 a week to spare. Maybe you're a student in Sao Paulo or a retiree in Florida. It feels like pocket change, right? But tuck that $5 into a savings account at 2% interest. In 10 years, it's over $600. 15 years? Nearly $1,000. That's the power of small, steady moves. No heroics needed. Millionaires get this. They don't brush off the little stuff, they build with it. Want a real-world trick? Look at Japan's kakebo method, an old habit with fresh payoff. You take a notebook, track every yen you earn and spend, then think it over. Imagine Hiroshi, a 62-year-old retiree in Kyoto. He notices 6,000 yen, $40, a month goes to convenience store snacks. He cuts it to once a week, saves 50,000 yen in a year, and buys a fishing rod to enjoy his days. Or picture Anna, a 21-year-old cashier in Lisbon. She trims €10, 11 off impulse buys each month. A year later, €120 pays for a photography class. These aren't real folks. They're stories of what small wins can do, no matter your age. Here's another one. Imagine Jamal, a 33-year-old driver in Atlanta. He saves $3 a week, $150 in a year, stashing it in an app. That cash buys tools to fix bikes on the side, doubling his income in 6 months. He didn't need a jackpot, just a habit. Wherever you are, start small. $5, a notebook, a tweak, it stacks up. That's timeless patience meeting today's hustle. Step 3, see opportunities everywhere. A wealth mindset doesn't sit back, it hunts. You've got more chances today than ever, no matter your years. Imagine this. In Paris, retirees flip vintage finds. €10 chairs sell for €50 online. Or picture Nia, 27 in Accra, tutoring kids via Zoom. $7 an hour, $280 a month extra. She spots a need and jumps on it. These aren't real names. They're snapshots of what's out there. Opportunities aren't handed to you. They're seen. Even investing's wide open now. Apps let you drop $20 into stocks or crypto. Sure, it's a gamble, but it's a shot. Imagine Tara, 19 in Melbourne, putting $25 into a solar stock. 3 years later, it's $125. Or Malik, 58 in Detroit, tossing $50 into a tech fund, now $180. Not real people, but real possibilities. From gigs to flips to investments, the world's brimming with openings. You're never too young or too old to grab one. Let's pull it all together. A wealth mindset is a choice, open to anyone, anywhere. Ditch scarcity, turn not enough into how can I. Stack small wins, $5, a habit, a step that grows. Spot opportunities, hustles, investments, ideas all around. You don't need a fortune to start, just a shift. This is Harmonic Roots weaving timeless truths like vision and grit with today's possibilities. Elena in Santiago, Hiroshi in Kyoto, Jamal in Atlanta. These stories show what's possible when you begin where you stand. Now it's your turn, wherever you are. Before we wrap up, here's a bonus tip to supercharge that mindset. Talk to yourself like a millionaire. Sounds simple, but it's powerful. Imagine swapping "I'll never afford that" for "I'm figuring out how to make it mine." It's not just words, it rewires your brain to solve problems, not accept them. Try it for a week. When doubt creeps in, flip it to a question. How can I? You'll be amazed how ideas start flowing, no matter where you're at. What's one move you'll make this week? Save a coffee's worth? Eye a hustle? Drop it in the comments. I'm reading every one. If this lit a spark, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. We're building wealth in a changing world together. See you next time on Harmonic Roots.